Well, hey gang, how are you doing? It's Jonathan again for Tailhunter International, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report coming to you from La Paz, Baja, Mexico. And this is going to cover all of the fishing action for this past week of the 20th through the 27th of October 2019 and our Tailhunter sport fishing fleet down here in La Paz. Hope wherever you are, you're doing well. God bless. Thanks for checking in, and please subscribe. Let's talk about fishing. Actually, not a whole lot to tell you about. I'm going to come right out and tell you that I think this is pretty much the end of our warm water fishing season. Normally, our season starts from about April or Easter right about then and goes to about Halloween. But this year, I think we just kind of lost it about 2 weeks ago. It's been consistently inconsistent, if that makes any sense. One day good, one day bad. The fishing has diminished quite a bit. Water temperatures are changing. Certainly the air temperatures are changing. It's gotten cooler. The winds have come up. I mean, we've had breezes blowing, 10, 15 miles an hour on a pretty regular basis. We've had some good swells out there. It's been bumpy. That's just uncharacteristic of what our normal fishing season is like. Just like, so many places in the United States, it's already snowing. Winter's already descended on, I guess Washington, Denver, we're hearing from friends in Utah and some other places. In the United States, snow's already coming, winter is upon us, and I think that's what happened this year. It's been a completely, totally weird year, as I'm sure many of you have understood wherever it is you've lived. Winter stuck around for a long time, then we got a little bit of spring, then we got a little bit of summer, and then it suddenly changed again. Things started getting cooler. It's been up and down, back and forth. Cold weather, hot weather, warm water here. Sometimes we have bait, sometimes not. This kind of fish bit at the wrong time. We had those fish. It was just, all over the place. So what can I tell you? I think we've kind of hit the end of it. Things are changing rapidly. We've had some days where it's really like, what do they say? The proverbial pulling teeth out of a chicken. Getting fish, getting bait. If it's too rough out there, if it's too bumpy out there, our bait guys can't get into the areas and throw their nets and catch bait. Consequently, if you have no bait, it's harder to fish. We've got to use lures. We're doing everything we can. A lot of kudos to the folks that have been here the last week or two. They've been very patient. They've kept their smiles going. Our captains are working like crazy, trying everything they can get. But, there's just been a scattering smattering of fish all over the place, of some of this, some of that. Nothing real consistent. We never really did have a tuna season, although here's another weird one that happened. This week and last week, we started seeing tuna out here behind us. Now, we rarely ever get tuna right out of La Paz Bay. Normally, it's over at Las Arenas. But not only did these tuna show up, but big tuna showed up, 50 to 150 pounders. They were there. Some days they wanted to eat. Other days, boats hooked 1, 2, 3. And these are 1 to 4 hour fish. I mean, these were beasts. These beat up a lot of folks. We did get some in the boats. But again, an indication of some really strange stuff that we've had all year long. So the tuna are back out here. There's some Dorado here and there. The wahoo are still sort of kind of here. We got a really big one this week. Check out the photos at the end of the gallery. And then, like I said, some Dorado, but there's some Pargo, Cabrilla, Snapper, Triggerfish, still some Pompano, all the bonita and needlefish you want. I mean, there's action out there. It's just that at the end of the day, you look in the boxes and folks got a little bag of fish, or they've got 2 or 3 Dorado, and that's kind of it. They bring some back to the restaurant at Tailhunters, and not much else going on. So I'm going to say that pretty much we're at the end of our season. The winds are going to get stronger. In fact, last night we had waves so strong back here that if you know our Malecon, our waterfront where all the restaurants and hotels are downtown, waves were hitting so strong, they were crashing against the breakwater there, and cars going down the street were getting sprayed. That's how strong the waves were the other day, and 4 to 6 foot swells out there yesterday as well made it really bumpy, really uncomfortable, hard to catch fish. And it's like that one day, it's like that at Las Arenas, but not La Paz. The next day you try to predict, and La Paz has the tougher weather, tougher water, and Las Arenas calms down. So up and down, back and forth. What can I tell you? It's been a crazy, good, not so good, so year. Depends when you fish, depends who you fished with, depends what you're chasing. So anyway, take a look at the fishing gallery. That will give you a better idea of what was going on this week. And then things are pretty much going to taper off. We don't have a lot of reservations coming up beginning from November to April. That's our off season for these specific reasons that the weather is just real erratic and real unpredictable. April to October is our fishing season. October to April is our off season. If you're going to planning on coming down, let me try that again. If you're planning on coming down next year, let me tell you, despite what it was like this year, we've been here 25 years. we've got a lot of bookings. An amazing number of bookings are coming in already for next year. So if you'd like to get in, like your favorite captain, like your favorite hotel rooms, get in touch with us as soon as you can, okay? Give us an email, give us a call. Let's get you booked up because we're filling pretty rapidly. This year, 2019, we were already filled by March. So we don't want to miss you. We want to make sure you've got you covered. So anyway, thank you very much. That's going to do it for our Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report for this week. Take a look at the gallery. Hang on. It'll explain a lot more than I can tell you in a few words. You take care. Thank you for checking in. God bless. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week again.